Good morning, 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 morning. I can't find the webcam so far. I have no idea where I put it. I took it back on Friday evening. On Friday, maybe morning, and I put it somewhere for the weekend so it wouldn't disturb, um, I'll say, the weekend activities. And I can't find it. Did I put it up there? I don't know what to do. I think I did leave it in the filming box. I'll be right back. Oh, I couldn't find the little one. I couldn't. So I brought in instead the bigger one that I'm just going to live stream onto. Gonna live stream the bigger one, the actual real camera, so you're gonna see me in full HD, I guess. But the thing is, the lens is it's not like a. For those that know about photography, it's not a full frame camera. So what that means is that the the camera doesn't take in all the light that is given by the lens. It only shows a small part of it, so that because it's smaller, because it's just like a feature choice, and so it's not as wide as it should be. Does that make sense? So you will see me a little bit close. A little bit closer, and it might be uncomfortable, but it might also be enjoyable. Who the hell knows? You're gonna tell me after this one, and I'll look for the camera tonight when I get back home from work. Here we go. Closing this. So right now what I'm doing is I'm attaching this little camera to the tripod thingy. There we go. Fit this way. It's a pretty old school stand. I believe I got it from like my parents or something. But it's pretty old school. Alright, gonna put it this way. Well, you're gonna see me from extremely up close today, huh? From extremely up close. Alright, this doesn't work. Oof, I'm so late today. Sorry about this, folks. I think what I should do for next times is just get ready the evening before. which I did add to an extent. I'm like, oh, I did a few things. I should be good tomorrow. I can finish it up. But the thing is, that didn't account for looking for camera and stuff. So yeah. All right, this should be on. I don't know if the mode is on for. No, I'm really hot. Let me put the AC. The camera mode is on. I think. Whoops. Trying to take a photo of me. We have to go into camera. No, what is it called? Hub or hub? Elgato camera hub. No, that's not what I want. It is. Fudge. Vamos bien. Menu. Today's a. Oh, maybe one day we'll hack my camera. I don't think so, but maybe. This is something I thought about once, actually. I'll tell you about it. Video, long exposure. I believe it's this one. PC remote function. There we go. Should be on. Alright, it is on through USB. So now all I have to do is request it from the laptop. Plus media source. I don't think so. Video capture device. My fat cam. It's not that fat, but it's fatter than my webcam. Elgato virtual camera. No. Sony Imaging Edge. Oh, there it is. Now you see it. Woohoo! We did it. So yeah, be prepared to see me from up close. And now you're seeing my whole place. Oh no! Now you see my keyboard. And now you should see me. Oh shit. Oh, it's in manual focus. There we go. Automatic focus. Now you see how close you see me? Big cringe, no? And this, I need a bit more light. Also, I need it to be on auto mode because there's clearly not enough light for this setting. Now you see the screen twice. There's clearly not enough light, so we need to go into menu. No menu. Menu, okay. No menu. Fin. Manual, automatic. There we go. So now it should be adjusting to the light in the room, which it already did. Nice. Oh. It'd be fun one day to hack a camera. I'm not sure if I want to do this on my expensive one, especially early on if I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, it'd be fun. All right, this. Oh, you see me in very high quality compared to usual. Hello. All right, close it. Okay. Bottom right. There we go. I think it should be about the right size, no? Folks, for the first time today, I'm streaming on YouTube. And the chat that I'm relying on is not working. Ooh, so if any of you are chatting with me, I want to be able to see both, and I got a new thing for that, but it's not working so far. It is like Cast or something, the program. Yeah, Caster Labs Caffeinated. Let's see if by loading this, I load the chat. Great, I'm up to date. Come on, man. Welcome, get started. There we go. The chat, I think you do not currently have a public stream on YouTube Live. Okay, but I think I have I'm live on YouTube and all. I just want to check. Twitch, it's my first time, guys. So yeah, the YouTube it seems to be live. Twitch.tv. Now you see a bit my own Twitch channel. Nice, okay. It works. Wonderful. Cool to see. I'm not gonna wear the Cyber Doctor thing today since you're so zoomed up on my face. So yeah, once I was a salesperson at CrowdStrike, and I was thinking I had to sell this micro product to small businesses. So it was very, very cheap. Basically, we were selling licenses of CrowdStrike for a full year. You'd only pay $5 per or $6 per license, and it was very cheap. And I was thinking, how do I get people to buy this? And I was thinking, oh, you know what? Photographers have crazy expensive equipment. What if we talk to them about the risk of cyber? You know, like if you put in a bad USB or something, and you lose access to your camera or something bad happens to it, then you know it's something bad and it's something they might react to. Turns out they didn't care, or maybe I didn't push the method hard enough. So, yeah, cybersecurity of cameras is something I've pondered over. Cool. I just told you about my life. Hope you enjoyed it. And now let's get on to hacking. Now, we're learning how to hack. So I think one of the first things you need to manage in hacking is Linux. And Linux is important because we rely on it to have all kinds of not only hack it, but also it's a great platform from where to hack from. Like if you know, then Kali Linux is one of the ones, or Parrot OS is the one that they have as well in Stream Manager. There we go. One viewer. Hey, good morning, viewer. I just want to make sure, like, in case someone texts me on Twitch, that I still see it. Twitch is where I started. I think YouTube's connected there. So not only do you need to hack it, but you also usually hack from it, which is a key consideration. So yeah, regular files. You're seeing the right one? Yeah, this time. Because last time I did stream the other screen. So, 20 minutes in, we finally got our tech right, kind of. All right, disk management on Linux. So, we've done a few of these. We read these. We did this actually. The whole file management. We said we'd do it another time. It's just for your information. So how many partitions exist in a pawn box? Not porn box. Something else. Containerization. I think. The real thing that we wanted to get back to was networking configuration. This is hard. This is where the real stuff is from Linux. So let's I'm working with let's start. Let's get going. So we learned from the last times that there's 3 types of access controls: discretionary access, mandatory access, and role-based access. So let's read about them quickly. Discretionary access control. This model allows the owner of the source to set permissions for who can access it. So you go into manually the file and you decide this person can access it, this person can't. Mandatory access control. Permissions are enforced by the operating system, not the owner of the resource, making it more secure but less flexible. So the operating system decides on this, making it more secure but less flexible. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Role-based access system. Permissions are assigned based on the roles within an organization, making it easier to manage user privileges. Configuring Linux network devices for NAC involves setting up security policies like CSE Linux, Security Enhanced Linux. AppArmor provides for application security and using TCP wrappers to control access to services based on IP address. More about this in future section. So I think it's one of these things where you say, okay, only this IP address or this group of IP address can connect to a resource. And that's important because, for instance, if you want to enforce something that only comes from within your network and stuff like this, it's easier to, like, you put a private address, right? I'm saying all this, guys, but I'm still learning. So if you have ideas, if you want to comment, share something that you think I'm doing wrong, please feel free to do so. All right, maybe just I'm very picky about my image. And oh, I'm getting wider. And I'm blending it a little bit more. It's easier now. Cool. All right, tools as, okay. So tools as syslog and RS syslog, or SS for socket statistics. LSOF to open files, or the ELK stack, Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. I think all of these are. Elasticsearch is a like a proprietary solution, so it's like a software you can buy for money. Can be used to monitor and analyze network traffic. These tools help identify anomalies, potential information disclosure exposure, security breaches, and other network issues. Think of network configuration in Linux like building and securing a large office building. Configuring network interfaces is like setting up the wiring and infrastructure, ensuring that each room network device has a working connection. Yeah, makes sense. NAC is like managing the building security, where some rooms are open to everyone, DAC, while other rooms are only accessible to certain people based on strict rules, either MAC, MAC, mandatory access control, or RBAC. Monitoring traffic is similar to installing surveillance cameras or alarms. Keeping an eye on who is moving through the building and troubleshooting is like having a toolkit on hand to fix any issues, whether a broken connection, ping, or a faulty lock, NS lookup, or vulnerable entrance and map. We will configure NAC, we will explore NAC and the tools in greater detail in a bit later in this section. Okay. Do you want to try some of these tools? I kind of do. I feel like we need to understand a bit more about those. So I'm going to take it to the one and only, ChatGPT, and we're going to go into Hack the Box. Going to give us a Linux instance. I think we already had one. One. There we go. Interact. Nice. Cool. So we are now on our workstation. We will go into, we want to do this. So I copied some of the text and I want to get some exercise. I am a student learning about pen testing on Linux. Give me several semi-easy tasks to do to put this knowledge in practice. All right, let's see. All right. List all network IP interfaces to address with. So IP address. So these are all, list all network interfaces and IP addresses with. So I can do that. IP ADDR. So what does ADDR do? I think we talked about it. And if we type into like kill this, we did it with Ghost last week. If we kill this, then like the whole machine shuts down our connection because we're connected through ENS3. And this LO is like the loopback. So if you kill this too, the machine will crash. But if you turn this, for some reason, it's totally fine. So okay, IP address makes sense. We see how we're communicating. So it lists all the network interfaces and IP addresses. Ooh, so it's communicating with different things. So I think this is a private one. This is a private address. And this is a public IP, I think. Let's see. I want to see where this address is from. IP address location. iplocation.net. Great domain name. IP location, United Kingdom. Organization, I believe that would be Hack the Box. So this is probably where it's connecting to the internet from, no? If it has this. So yeah, it's probably that. No. So IP address, so we found it. I mean, it can also communicate through the internet with like a private IP and then communicate to the internet. We don't know. We have a lot left to learn about networks. All right, sudo IP link set. Ooh. I think this is what we broke down the thing last time. Sudo IP link set eth0 down. Oh, we don't have eth0. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we do this like last time, we're gonna just try once because it's fun. ENS3 down. This is gonna crash our machine. Yup, we lost it. We lost it. That was not a good but like what I remember from last week was that the crashes were different between the two machines. Like this one, when we lost the access to it, when we did the first one, the LO, the loopback one, and this one is just like crashes. So we're starting a new instance, folks. That's the great thing about Hack the Box and I guess learning is we can always try again. It's like on the level, you know, game over. You have a checkpoint and you can come back to that later on. Okay, so let's keep doing exercises. We can set up things up and down. Assign a temporary address to your interface. Ooh, I like that. Sudo IP address add. We can add something. Dev eth0 eth0. How does that work? Cannot configure find device eth0. Yeah, we don't have it. We can still find maybe sudo IP addr and then use something else, like ton0, for instance. Ton0. Okay, so let's run it again. So ton0 also communicates now with, I feel like there's a new line here. Dead beef. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? Man, network is just a full. It is so complex. So complex. So full of stuff. This helps you understand the wiring part of network setup. Yeah. Yeah, now I understand better. Look, here it is, the thing that we put. Valid forever. Okay. Preferred, okay. So it like fits in right with the other ones with the same settings. That's pretty cool. Like if you wanna, as a hacker and you wanna install like a payload or something, you can create a new link with the box and yeah, do some things from this IP address. You can put your own or another one. Usually if you're a hacker for real, like you'll put an address that's not your own, obviously, otherwise it gives away who you are. Yeah, so you'll likely go through several bridges, maybe through Tor. I'm telling you this, but again, very little clue. All right, TCP wrappers, basic access control. Install TCP wrappers if not present. All right, sudo apt install TCP wrappers. Oh wow. Unable to locate the package TCP wrappers. Tell me how to install didn't work because it was unable to locate the package. All right, let's see. Is there something we can do? Thinking longer for better answer. Don't do that. Oof. All right, so we're updating the updater, right? Sudo apt update. Sudo apt update. Oopsies. Yeah, okay. Oopsies. Sudo apt update. All right, repository. Yes. Okay, now I understand why people just type in yes at the beginning of the command. Okay, so apt-cache. Are we looking in our cache? Search TCP, and then you within the tier search TCP. Whoops. TCP. Okay, there's a few of them. Now within this, we want to find the ones that are grp I wrap. Okay, wrapper. Global positioning system. Ooh, GPS. Global position QT wrapper for lead jibs. Okay. We're looking for the wrap for what again? TCP wrappers. TCP-D. I found TCP-D. Install the actual package name. your distro uses. 1 second. I got scared for a sec. I saw that there's some of my dishes like fell on top of each other, I guess, and they said "juke," but it's all good. Okay. Install the actual package with your distro name your distro uses. Okay. This doesn't install anything, no? Apt cache. Oh, okay. So we search for that. Sudo apt update, which we did already. Now we do install the actual package name your distro uses. I got it. Oh, okay. So that's what we do. If you wanna update something, you search for the actual name of it. And then you install that thing. That's really smart. Okay. Sudo apt update to install tcpd. Alright, so now we can probably use tcpd. I'm not sure if it differs from TCP wrappers. Configure etc host.allow. Okay, let's go into it. cd tc etc ls. Now there should be a host.allow. Host.allow. Hosts, plural. All right. RTC host allow list hosts that are allowed to access the system. Signia manual pages, host access, and host options. Example: all at some net group. Is that it? There must be something else, no? Huh. How do I hack this? Cat, can I vim it? No, it looks like it's all text, no? Like. Ooh. Okay, so configure etc host.allow. I'm gonna lower this. Okay. Configure host.allow or host.deny to allow. Okay, so it seems to allow everything, no? Control C. Okay. QW, WQ. Oh man, I have the hardest time leaving these. Okay, never mind. Close terminal. Oh, I'm getting bullied by these terminals. CD TC ls we have so host.deny. Let's see if this yields anything else. Sudo vim hosts.deny. Okay. But all of this is text, no? I am trying to configure my instances host.deny, and it seems be all text. Same goes for hosts.allow. I'm gonna put this. Dude. Yep. Host.allow host a plain text file with a simple format rule. I'll walk you through it. Okay. Daemon list client list equals shell command. Okay. Client list host IPs, networks, domain names, keywords like local or all combined by separated by commas. Optional shell command runs if the machine, if the line matches. Evaluation order host.allow if is checked first. If a line matches, the collection is allowed, and matching the shell command runs if present. Ooh, okay. Let's read this carefully again. Evaluation order host.allow is checked first. If a module matches, the connection is allowed. Nice. If nothing, host.allow matches. Host.deny is checked next. If a line matches there, the connection is denied. If neither file contains a matching rule, the default allow service may still be enforcing rule. So if both are empty, what does that mean? That everything is open by default. Ooh, I wonder if I'm going to cut my own connection by doing this. Like if I like block myself, deny everything else, pass to SSH. All right, let's try it. This is what host deny. So I want to deny all. Okay, so SSH D all. I think I'm going to lose access to it. And then I press enter. And then I press escape. WQ. Huh. So I put this into my deny all. Shouldn't it like deny all? Deny everything else to SSH. To this into my hosts dot deny file. Does this mean that no computer can SSH into it anymore? Okay, how do I block types of connection? I'm trying to see if I can like crash this even more. We've crashed so many machines on this channel. It's wild. It's very enjoyable. I don't know why. Hope you get fun out of it too. I think I do. I know I do. Oof. Sudo NFT add rule interpreter state established access support. Safe receipt. We don't want to do that. Or current connection first. Apply deny all afterwards. No, we're denying everything. Add rule filter output. Okay, only after doing those. Add the drop all rule. Nah. allow your established IP first. IP tables LVN. Okay, is that different ways of doing it? If you're connected with SSH. To avoid locking yourself out. Wow. UFW, okay. To block. Okay. From admin IP first. No. Enable UFW with default deny incoming. Sudo UFW default deny incoming. Sudo UFW default allow outgoing. To deny all outgoing as well. There we go. I think they should crash it. Right. Sudo UFW default deny outgoing. All right, moment of truth. Endured command. WQ. Oh man, still alive? Default deny outgoing. Allow the essential. No. We don't want to allow anything. Roll back. What does it mean, roll back? Sudo UFW disable. Escape. WQ. Man, still working? I'm not sure if you see people trying this hard to lock themselves out of their computers. Oh, yeah. At 0, yeah, that will work, but that's not fun. I actually want to lock myself out. Let's see if this gives a different prompt. ChatGPT is like, the fuck do I do now? It's like checking with some people at OpenAI, like, what do I do? Help. And now it's going to a data center, not a data center, but like a communication center in the Philippines. It's like, what do I do? What was it? Time is it in the Philippines? Manila cold time. 12:50. Oh, they're on their lunch break. So it's taking a while. Yeah. They're making me think that my connection was lost when really there's no one at their desk because they're all having. What are they having? They're all having this. Ooh, that looks good. Where to eat in Manila? I think ChatGPT is just like, what the fuck is this guy wanting to do? What the fuck? All these sausages? Oh, this is like chorizo, eh? Oh, this is such like Spain. Philippines used to be Spanish. Food trip. Quiapo. Yeah, this is like chorizo. Filipino food. Heard that the country's beautiful, but that the food is not necessarily the best. What is this? Food your stomach swiped right on. Not sure my stomach is swiping right on this. Alright, enough. Alright, understood. You want to completely lock yourself out of the instance. Immediate complete kills. Kudo Q. Okay. Yeah, but this is not fun. We already did it. Alright, let's try different things. I mean, it's been 30 minutes and we still haven't crashed our system, so what are we doing? Sudo system CTL stop network. Oh, I put system space CTL. I think it'll work. Failed to stop network service. Oh, network.service is not loaded. Load? I have no idea if this will work. Network service. What is the command to load network.service? Alright. Sudo system CTL start networking.service. Cool, it worked. So now can I crash it? It's not loaded. Wow. I can't type something. Sudo start networking.service. Oh no, that's fine. I thought I failed. Alright, so this we can't. Alright. I know it's CentOS. We don't have that. Okay. About. I wanted to check the version. How do I check which version and OS I am on? Cat etc OS release. Okay. Cat etc OS release. I'm aware I didn't put the slash at the beginning. Yep, so it needs it definitely. So we have name Parrot Security. Pretty name Parrot Security 6.3. Lorikik. Is that the name of the person who did it? Lorikik. Version codename Lori. ID Debian. Home URL. Parrotsec.org. Support URL. Parrotsec.org community. Bug report Parrotsec. GitLab Parrotsec. Okay. Alright, folks, we still haven't been able to crash the machine. I say it's time to... Well, maybe we can do one more exercise from the list that ChatGPT gave us. Alright, this we did. This we're trying to do. Basic access control. Allow and... Okay, so there's etc hosts. Deny. So this is... You can SSH or block everyone else. You can write rules there. Okay, now we know. Check current SE Linux mode. Get enforce. Enforce. The heck? Why is it not working? Check current SE Linux mode. Maybe there's a space missing. Okay, ChatGPT is making shit up. Sudo set enforce 0. Okay. Sudo AA status. Nothing's working today. Sudo AA status. Ooh, what is this? AppArmor module is loaded. The fuck is an AppArmor module? What? AppArmor module. Great questions breaking down. AppArmor, Application Armor, is a Linux mandatory access control system. It lets you define per application security policies that restrict what a program can do, even if it gets compromised. I'm sorry. It can only open doors. Think of it like giving each program a set of keys. It can only open doors, files, sockets, network capabilities you explicitly allow. Everything else is denied, even if the program normally would have permissions over the standard Linux user group rules. What's an AppArmor profile versus module? A profile sets up a rule that describes one program that can and cannot do. A module says AppArmor module. They usually either mean the kernel mode itself. So when we go back, mandatory access control, it lets you define per application security policies. We don't need this. We want to see this again. Mandatory permissions are enforced by the operating system. Making it more secure by less flexible. Okay. It lets you define per application security policies that restrict what program can do if it get compromised. So we can open doors, you explicitly allow. Everything else is denied, even if the program normally would have permissions under standard Linux user group rules. So like takes over, right? When AppArmor profile is an AppArmor module, a set of rules that describe one program can and cannot do. So profile says, oh, you can do this, you can't do that. When they say module, it's like the kernel module itself, part of the Linux kernel that enforces AppArmor rules. Or a loaded AppArmor profile. Once you load a profile into Linux, it acts like a module controlling the application. Okay, a bit too fancy for us at the moment. Okay, I see links. All right, so we did this. I think we did enough exercises, folks. Oh, hey, what's up? Your Cyberductor. Can you see your chat? Yes, I can. Hey, Jackie Links. Okay, configuring network interfaces. Jackie Links, are you? I think you're from YouTube, right? Or how's your stream going? Good. We're doing Linux right now. We've always been doing Linux for now. And oh no, you're from Twitch. Sounds good. And we're doing networking, which I have zero idea about. So the actually doing thing is going medium, but at least we're learning a lot of things. So that's excellent. I'm not sure if you know. No, I am from YouTube. Do you play games? I do, but we're streaming hacking only right now. What games do you play? You're on YouTube. And why do I see you on Twitch? What kind of witchcraft is this? The hell? Who am I? No, you're trolling me, right? I'm not from YouTube. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't play games. I do play games. I play Teamfight Tactics most recently, League of Legends derivative product, but but for now we're just hacking into stuff. Are you at all into computer stuff, networks, hacking, or anything like that? League of Legends, kind of cool games. Kinds of cool games. Oh, so you're not into this? Yeah, it might not be your stream then, or like hang on to your nuggets because this is not easy stuff. um, well, I'm curious, what brought you to click on the stream if you're not really into hacking or anything? When it comes to activating network interfaces, ifconfig and IP commands are two commonly used tools. These commands allow users to modify and activate settings for a specific interface, such as eth0. They keep talking about eth0, but I have no clue what it is. What's eth? It's everywhere. I'm from France. And so, yeah, we're going back to my question. Was there something specific that, ooh, I didn't click on all? Oh, maybe it's just for writing. What brought you to click on the stream? You just wanted to chat with me? Just because I looked amazing, or I get that. I'm kidding, of course. All right, eth0 is the first Ethernet network interface on Linux. Netface, the hardware virtual network adapter that lets your machine talk to other computers via network. In Linux, everything is a file, and network interfaces represent a device names. Such a nice place. Thank you. You always look so pretty. Okay, thanks. Modern naming. Recent languages use predictable network interfaces names, so eth0 might not be existing anymore. Exactly. New style. You have a super cute idea for me. Okay. eth0 MPSO. Internet on PCI bus slot 3. IP address have become big. Okay, yeah, so we saw it all. I don't think it's N0. You still get yourself based on along with your favorite color, theme, and gamer tag. Okay, tell me more about that idea. So now it's LO is still renamed LO, so this is good. ENPS0. Do you have Discord? I do. Why? Hack the Box Academy, okay. Only way to allocate an IP address is network interface by using the if command. Can I drop your Discord? Nah, man. No, not sharing my Discord, sorry. Hola, soy Eri. Sudo IP link set eth up. Okay, eth0 up. Okay. I don't think it works, but let's try IP address. What was it? What was the command? What was the command that we had? ifconfig. Was it one word or ifconfig? So I think it's ENS3 as 0, no? I have ENS3 LO and ton 0 in my machine. Man, I don't know what you're offering me. You should get yourself a cool logo based on your picture along with your favorite. I'm not. I don't know. Cool logo based on the picture along with your favorite color theme. I'm okay, man. I don't think I need more branding. ENS3 is Ethernet wired. Your primary network interface. Okay. You're looking for clients. I see, man. I respect that. Cool, like logos, banners, alerts, and make sure remote overlay stream. Nice, man. That's cool. I'm not really into that right now. It's a cool idea. I appreciate your commercial approach, but I don't think I'm looking for this yet. Appreciate you, Jackie. Thanks for coming and chatting. I think it's a cool approach you have. All right. ENS3. So ENS3 is your primary network interface. It's connected to your LAN. This is modern equivalent of the S0. Are you looking for Twitch followers or reach affiliate partners? No, not really. Just looking here to have fun, meet some people from the community of hacking. So no pressure on this. Your primary network interface, the connected one to your LAN or internet. This is the modern equivalent of S0. Got it. Low is the loopback, internal only, used by your machine to talk to itself. Ton 0. I typed ton 0, but it's ton. So it's like a VPN, but like virtual, I think. So if I end this, I actually end the Ethernet wired part of it. So yeah, obviously it's gonna break down. Loop back, used by your machine to talk to itself. Nice. How this affects your pen tasting command. Any commands that use S0 in a tutorial should be replaced with ENS3 for your system. Okay, got it. Cool. So we can use ENS3. Two instead of S0. Yeah, so it's probably like old. The lesson, and they updated the machine without updating the lesson. If config F0 up. Sudo if config S0 up. Sudo IP link set. Do we type S0? That's why we're supposed to type in ENS3 up. So yeah, it was already up, I think, huh? If I set it down, machine crashes. Yep, alright, I have to stop doing it. I keep on doing it even though I know it's gonna crash. Oh man. Why is it so fun to crash things? Alright, interact. I need a sec. Let me go get a water. Like literally 30 seconds. All right. So, okay. So, okay. I think up was up. Yeah, yeah. At 0 was up. One way to allocate an IP address to a network is by using the ifconfig command. You must specify the interface's name and IP address as arguments to do this. This is a crucial step in setting up network connection. The IP address serves as a unique identifier for the interface and enables the communication between the devices on the network. Okay. Sudo ifconfig. Got it. Yeah, okay. So let's just I want to get one more time the list of address that we have. Oh, IP A clear. I want to see the things that are connected is ifconfig, just ifconfig. And ifconfig is for everything. Ifconfig is for everything. Sudo ifconfig ENS3 192.168.1.2. Ooh, what have I done? Did I crash the machine? Really? Really? I need to check this out. Why the fuck did this crash the machine? Like this time I didn't do it on purpose. I am on Parrot OS on Hack the Box. The machine crashed after I typed this. I don't understand why. What the fuck? Man, it's really dead. We crashed so many machines today. Once every 5 minutes. Ah, okay. Without keeping the networking, okay. You ran, okay, and the machine crashed. Here's why. Ifconfig ENS92 replaces the current IP of the interface without keeping the existing network settings. Gateway, netmask, DNS. Hack the box. Labs usually give you a machine a specific IP and network set up in the VPN subnet 10.x. Yeah. By assigning, you basically move the DNS to a completely different subnet. The lab network couldn't route traffic to that new IP. The machine became unreachable. Wow. A Hack the Box must like have so much management of their instances, like to avoid having too much costs or things like this, because like I see it quite possible that a lot of people just do things on purpose or like not like me, and they just do whatever to instances. Like they must have such specific rules and different things. All right. So while Hack the Box, sorry, went wrong. Connection is closed. I think it's offended that I started this many instances. All right, there we go. It's spawning. Earn and refer. Thank you. I don't have friends. Hee. At least not ones that are into this.
I should make more friends that are like into hacking and all. It'd be really nice. Yeah, I know how to. Okay. We want to set the default gateway for network interface. We can use the route command with the add option. Add is better because then it doesn't crash anymore. Well, let's see if it crashes. It's like Hack the Box is giving you, since you can't spawn every 5 minutes, it's giving you like a like a punishment for just thinking about what you did. Monday mornings, huh? 7 a.m. Here we go. All right. Did my instance come into existence? It did. All right, let's try to take care of you this time. Your brothers and sisters did not live long enough. I mean, at the same time, they give shitty instructions. Is it my fault, really? Like, is it really my fault? Like, to what extent is this my fault? If, like, the system that gives me the box gives me shit instructions. I don't know. If config is this gonna crash my system? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT just before. Is this gonna crash my system? No module supports the tools and use. All right. If ChatGPT can't tell me, then we're gonna have to do it ourselves. ENS3. Pretty sure it's gonna crash it. Netmask 255.255.255.0. Okay, yeah, crashed it. Crashed it. So, like, if config is, I'm trying to see what I can learn from this. Sudo route. When configuring a network interface in Linux, it is often necessary to set domain name system DNS servers to ensure the proper network functionality. DNS servers are responsible for translating domain names like example.com into IP addresses, which allow devices to locate and connect to one another on the internet. Proper DNS configuration is crucial for enabling devices to access websites, online services, and other networked resources. Proper DNS configuration is crucial. Yeah, okay. Devices may experience issues such as the inability to resolve domain names, leading to network connectivity problems. On Linux systems, it can be achieved by operating etc resolve.com file, which is a simple file containing the system's DNS information. By adding the appropriate DNS server address, Google's public or, the system can correctly resolve domain names to an IP address. Okay, one sec. On the Linux systems, this can be achieved by updating the etc resolve.com file, which is a simple text file containing the system's DNS information. Okay, by adding the appropriate DNS services, Google's public DNS, or the system can correctly resolve domain names to IP address. So, hold on, because if you add Google's IP address, because Google is a DNS server, is Google a DNS server? Yeah, there we go. I'm not the first one to think about it. Yes, Google operates a public, which is worldwide, free, recursive services designed to make internet faster and more secure by resolving domain names into IP addresses. While Google also offers Google Cloud DNS for hosting DNS records for other domains. Google Public DNS functions as a resolver for internet users, handling massive volume of queries with features DNS over HTTPS. What Google Public DNS does, resolve domain names. When you type a website address, Google Public DNS translates into IP address. I kind of want to understand, like, new chat. I asked if Google was a DNS. I got this answer. How does it then work if if a DNS is not registered with Google, but say Namecheap instead? I see where the confusion is coming from. Okay, there's two different, okay. There are two distinct roles in the DNS system. Authoritative DNS. Authoritative DNS, domain name server, domain name servers for a domain. This is where a domain's actual DNS records live, like A records, MX records, etc. If you register example.com through Namecheap, the reason why I'm doing all this, maybe I'm leaving you a bit behind, is because I want to understand how DNS works and why would it be on a random server on Hack the Box? And I think I know the answer. But first, I want to understand how DNS works, and I'll tell you after. If you register example.com through Namecheap, Namecheap might host the authoritative DNS, meaning they store the official record that say example.com goes to this IP address. Only the authoritative DNS knows the true mapping of your domain IP address. Recursive DNS resolver, like Google Public DNS. This is what your computer or phone asks if you type a URL. Example, when you type example.com in your browser, your device asks Google Public DNS to resolve it. When you type example.com in your browser, your device asks Google Public DNS to resolve it. Okay. The resolver can contact the authoritative servers for example.com to get the correct. So it's like a proxy a bit, the DNS resolver. Okay. I want to see what else in Google exists, and why would Google volunteer to do all this? Would Google to be a DNS resolver? I thought it would be like more like not a private thing, but like a public by Econ, you know? I thought they would have servers for this. Good question. Our first climb seems odd for Google to just volunteer to handle billions of DNS requests every day for free. The reasoning is a mix of technical, strategic, and business incentives. Faster internet equals better Google services. DNS resolution is the very first step in loading a website. That's true. By providing a fast, reliable solver, Google makes the internet feel safer for users using Google's own public DNS like Search, Gmail, and YouTube. If people use Google Public DNS, they're likely engaged Google services, performing more reliably, which keeps them happy and engaged. Yeah, makes sense. Security. Google can implement advanced protections against DNS-based attack like cage poisoning or poisoning websites. Mm-hmm. So they can have more of a lead to how connections are made. Okay. Data insight. Can see patterns in DNS traffic that help improve performance, detect attacks, and optimize their infrastructure. They don't need to see exactly who is visiting what, but large-scale trends tend to be useful for network optimization. Strategic advantage, and I think that's why they do it most of all. By controlling a widely used DNS resolver, Google is part of a critical layer of the internet infrastructure. It builds trust with users and positions Google as a key player in web standards and protocols. It also keeps Google visible in places where users might otherwise use ISP DNS or competitors like Cloudflare. Wow. I'm understanding a bit about networks now. It's cheap for Google. Running a global DNS server is not very expensive if a company with Google's scale. Servers, caching, and bandwidth are minimal compared to the value they get in return. What other companies do DNS resolving, and what IP address do they use? I think Cloudflare uses 1111, right? Yeah, I said it right. So maybe we can change the DNS to I can change the DNS to another one. Matti, stop yawning all the time. All right, we in it. Something went wrong. Jeez. Okay, so I want to edit this. Komodo Secure Quad 9 Clean Browsing OpenDNS/Cisco. Builds blocks known malicious domains. Okay. I want to know which one my computer uses. I guess that the DNS chosen depends on browser settings in Windows. No. What do Firefox and Google Chrome use by default? Exactly. By default, most DNS are determined by your operating system, not the browser itself. That's not what I said initially. Here's how it works. Windows, Mac OS, Linux default DNS behavior. Your computer typically uses the DNS server proxied by your ISP. Ooh. Via DHCP. This means when you type a website in Chrome, Firefox, or Edge, the OS sends a request to your ISP's DNS resolver by default. Oh. Firefox supports DNS over HTTPS DOH. Enable Firefox might send DNS queries to Cloudflare. Whoa. DNS over HTTPS, which encrypts DNS requests. So it's like if for some reason I get hacked or something, if something happens, if I get hacked or something, that means that like man in the middle, then people can't really see my DNS records, my DNS requests. It's not the worst. How? It's like I'm imagining, because if someone hacks your DNS request, it's really not that bad, right? How relevant is this protection if someone hacks does a man in the middle and sees unencrypted DNS? It's not that relevant of info. No. It depends. Why is this an important feature for some? You read on a service, seeing unencrypted DNS traffic might not seem like a huge deal, but it's just which domains you're visiting. But it's actually more significant than it, depending on the attacker and the context. Here's a breakdown. What unencrypted DNS leaks? Even without HTTPS, if DNS is unencrypted, an attacker can see every domain you try to visit, even if the content of the website is encrypted. They see the full pages of what you type inside HTTPS pages, but they can build a profile of your browsing habits. Visiting Facebook, band.com, or healthsite.com. An eavesdropper can infer a lot about you. That's true. Yeah. If you do illegal stuff, or if you if you go on like bad websites like this one. Does this ring a bell? Is there two Ds at Madison? I did ask for permission from my partner to go on this and actually make an account. But yeah, if your man in the personal person sees that you've been on this website, then you can blackmail them or something. Life is short. Attached female seeking male. It's funny how you can almost see them. You can't see them, but you can see them. Oof. I wouldn't like to have this trademarked. Oh yeah, you don't get it. When the monogamy gets monotonous, trademarked. Yeah. The reason I'm pointing this out is because they had a cyber attack too, back in like 10 years ago, maybe a little bit less. 10 years ago, and Netflix did a series about this last year, and I picked up the topic as a good little follower of cybersecurity. I did a video on it and how you could avoid it for yourself. Yeah. Cool. So why matters? So visit Facebook. Okay, so I guess it matters. Privacy ISP network. ISP employers or Wi-Fi operator can log DNS queries and sell or monitor your activity. Wow. So yeah, if you go like, wow. So through DNS query history, your employer, whoever like owns the Wi-Fi, can see your DNS queries, even though there's HTTPS. Okay. I'm starting to see a bit more why that's relevant. DNS spoofing, cage poisoning. If an attacker interprets DNS, they can redirect you to fake websites. Encrypting DNS helps prevent tampering. Ooh. Wow, that's cool. That is cool. Because Well, you can make then. I'm thinking you can make a device that has Wi-Fi and that redirects everything normally, except if you type facebook.com, it takes you to a fake Facebook page that looks exactly like Facebook, and then and then and then you can like hack their Facebook or something. Wow, that's pretty powerful. DNS proving cache poisoning when it's less secure, when it's less critical. Why some users consider it important. Privacy conscious users don't want ISPs or public networks logging into browsing history pattern. Yeah. High-risk environment. Journalists, activists, and users in country with heavy surveillance often use it fairly late. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Okay, cool. Have we procrastinated enough, folks? Can we get back to the topic? I mean, is it my fault that the boxes keep on crashing? No. 100% not my fault. Duh. Alright, sudo vim etc resolve.conf. Ooh, I like this. I like this. We can change this. Sudo. Alright, work. Sudo vim etc resolve.conf. Do not go there. Okay, it's going to 111, so it's going to Cloudflare, and then it's going to Google. I want to see which one takes priority. Is set to name server 1111 name server 8888. Which one takes priority? I'm almost sure it was the first one. Only used if failed to respond. Note this doesn't split queries. It's not load balancing. It's one resolver used at a time, strictly in order. Okay. We're good. So we're gonna WQ. And we're just gonna Q. Didn't do anything. We're gonna ping 1111. Oh wow, it was me typing all. Is it gonna ping infinitely, or can I get my time back? Ooh. Oh, I think I pressed Control W instead of Control Q. But again, why would I want to type Control Q? I think it's still typing. Ay, ay, ay. So we want to press Control C. Stop that shit. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay, we can add things. We can add different conversation. We can change our resolve file. Sorry, I was just looking at the Jackie Lincoln's chat, who wanted to help me with so it's a good approach technique, honestly, chatting with people and trying to get customers this way. Pretty smart. All right, it's important to know that changes made directly to the etc conf result are not always persistent across reboots. Network configuration changes. All right. Let's read this. It's important to know that change made directly in the etc resolve.conf files are not persistent across reboot or network configuring changes. This is because the file may be automatically overwritten by network management services like Network Manager or System Resolved. To make DNS changes permanent, you should configure DNS settings through the appropriate network management tools, such as the editing network configuration files using network management utilities that store persistent settings. All right, let's do it. So let's actually go explore etc a bit more. Oh man. Oh, what have I done? Netstat, we haven't done this. Oh man, where am I? Whoa, what happened there? Well, you can trace route. Wait, what? You can do this? You can see where it's going? Oh, God. Where the hell am I? Did I switch? No. I did all this. This I know, this I know. This I know. We're here. We have to do later. Wow, that looks exciting what we're going to do later. I never want to quit this stream. Never want to go to work. Nah, work is fun. Work is fun. It's just, I like this very much. Sudo vim tc network interfaces. All right. The loopback network interfaces. Okay. I don't see anything about basic DNS though. Auto Eth0. By setting Eth0 network interfaces to use static IP address of 192.168.1.2 with a net mask of 255.255.0 and the default gateway of 192.168.1.1, we can ensure that your network connection remains stable and reliable. All right, so 192.168.1.2. What the fuck is a net mask? Maybe it explained it earlier. What is a net mask? Also called a subnet mask, is a way to define which portion of an IP address refers to the network and which part refers to the host device on that network. It is the fundamental concept of IP networking. IP addresses are made of 32 bits for IPv4, usually written as 4 decimal numbers. 192.168.1.10. The net mask tells your computer which bits are the network part and which bits are the host part. IP address is 192. Okay, all this. Okay. Wow, it's pretty complicated. 255 in binary is ones, 0 in binary is 0. Okay. So here, network portion 192.168.1, host portion 10. This identifies a specific device in that network. Because it's using example from before. Okay, I don't get it, but I guess it's fine. NetMask is like a piece of it, and gateway is that. After that, we must restart the networking device. Okay. I don't think this works. I don't think this works, and the reason I think that is because we'd already tried doing networking earlier, right? Sudo system ctl restart. Too few arguments. Yeah, okay, fine. I wanted to see if that was gonna restart. Network ing. Ooh. Did it work? I mean, it worked, but I didn't type all this. Oh no, I'm not typing all this by hand. Nah. I just remembered we can't control C and control V. So I am not doing that. I'm just reading the chats earlier. I don't know why. It's kind of like it all went well, and then he said, "Your eyes are so pretty, look so pretty." That's kind of creepy. As a salesperson, I would not say this. I used to be a salesperson, not a very successful one, but I used to be a salesperson. I would never say potential client, your eyes look so pretty. This we know. I don't know. I think we kind of know. We don't have to read all this. Okay, maybe. Network monitoring involves capturing, analyzing, intercepting network traffic to identify security threats, performance issues, and susceptible behavior, and suspicious behavior. The primary goal of analyzing and monitoring network traffic is identifying security threats and vulnerabilities. For example, as penetration testers, we can capture the credentials when someone uses an unencrypted connections and tries to log into an FTP server. As a result, we will obtain this user's credentials that might help us to infiltrate the network even further or escalate our privileges to a higher level. In short, by analyzing network traffic, we can get insight into network behavior and identify patterns that may indicate security threats. Such analysis includes detecting suspicious network activity, identifying malicious activity, and identifying potential security risk. However, we cover this vast topic into the Intro to Network Traffic Analysis modules, where we see several tools for network monitoring on Linux systems, just like Ubuntu and Windows operating system, like Wireshark, T-Shark, and TCP dump. That looks like really a lot of fun. So I want us to do Nmap. Something I hear a lot about. I don't know what it does. Can pass host names, IP addresses, network, etc. Troubleshooting, ping, trace routes, netstab, TCP dump, Wireshark, Nmap. Ooh, Nmap, ooh. By using tools and others like them, we can better understand how the network functions and quickly, diagnose any issues that may arise. For example, ping is a command line used to test connectivity between two devices and send packets to remote. Okay, we're good. Okay, also another tool is traceroute, which traces the route packets take to reach a remote host. It sends packets with increased time to live values to a remote host and displays the IP address of the devices that the packets pass through. For example, to trace the routes to Google DNS servers, we would enter the following command. Let's do it. Control L, oopsies. Here, Control L. I want to go on to trace route www.weather.com. Ooh la la, it goes to a lot, huh? So it goes to a gateway with this IP address. It goes to this. Ooh. I want to get ChatGPT to explain this to me. Ooh, and then after that, this. Copy. New chat. Can you explain to me what was the route taken by my packet? Absolutely. Let's break it down. Your route, trace route step by step. A route shows a path. Sorry. Ooh, stop yawning, Matt. All right. Absolutely. Let's break down your trace route step by step. Hop 1, Gateway 94 237 121. This is your local router gateway, usually your home or office router. Very low latency, around 0.1, typical for a local connection. That's a cloud connection. I'm assuming that's how it works at Act the Box. Hop 2, likely your ISP's first internal router, still very fast inside the DNS and inside the ISP's private network. Hop 3 to 4, these are private addresses. Ooh, you're traveling inside your ISP's internal network. Wow. And then hop 5, it goes that to the R1 long 1 po1.uk.net.upcloud.com. What the heck is that? Upcloud, okay. It takes 10 milliseconds. Wow. Traffic exit your ISP's internal network and enters UpCloud's backbone network. You can see a mix of UK, LUN 1, and Netherlands AMPS 1 routers, including the cross-border routing through UpCloud's Cloud's network. Wow, I'm slow, huh? Traffic exits your ISP's internal network and enters UpCloud's backbone network. You see a mix of London. Okay, wow. And then hops 6 to 9. These are all routers on 1299 backbone networks, formerly Telia carriers. Example, admin B11 link. The traffic is moving through major European backbone routers, so UK, Netherlands, Sweden, likely the Stowe in Stockholm. Latency increases your packet travels further. Wow. How many milliseconds are in a second? 1,000, right? 1,000, I think. So yeah, pretty slow. The AKMI IC 397500. The traffic has now reached Akamai, the content delivery network hosting weather.com's content. The latency is 57 millimeters, reflects the round trip from your location to its CDN servers. Woohoo. Wow. So it took 11 hops. So your local network, ISP network, cross-border via UpCloud 1299 backboard. I don't understand why couldn't it just exit my private my private uh, network and go directly to the CDN. Okay, it's all about how the internet is structured and how routing works. So private networks are not routable on the internet. Addresses you saw, okay, are private ISP. Routers on the public internet cannot send packets directly to private IPs. They only exist within your ISP's internal network. So your packet must pass through your ISP's public-facing routers before reaching the wider internet. Yeah, okay. This I can't. You can't shortcut the CDN. Sorry. The internet is made of autonomous systems, ASs. This is called ASs. Basically, network controlled by different organization. Your ISP UpCloud Trivia 1299 Akamai. Each AS advertises routes to IP addresses it controls. Your ISP doesn't direct peering agreements with all Akamai servers everywhere. So the packet has to drop. Akamai is the company that owns weather.com, I guess. Let's try google.com and see if it's any way shorter. Google.com. I'm guessing it's going to be much faster, yeah, you see only 13 lines. Was this connection faster? Why? I mean, there should be fewer things, right? I don't know, I guess Google is something a lot of people do. Was much louder than what? Let's analyze why. Trace route to weather.com ended around 57 seconds at the median. Google, wow. Trace route to Google ended up around 6 to 7 milliseconds. That's almost 10 times faster, which is huge in networking terms. Why is faster? Google servers are very close. Trace route ends at amsterdam.net, which is Amsterdam. Your ISP is likely in Europe, so the physical distance is very short. Direct peering infrastructure. Google invests heavily into direct connections with ISPs via private peering. Google invests heavily in direct connection with ISPs via private peering that allows your packet to take fewer hops on high-speed links instead of hopping through multiple backbone networks like weather.com. Fewer hops through the backbone works. Count the hops. Weather.com, 11 hops before hitting the CDN. Google, 13 hops, all with very low frequency networks. Wow, okay, content delivery location. Google places servers very close to users, edge servers and data centers, sometimes even inside ISP's networks. Wow. Wow. Okay, it's a lot of knowledge. Oh, folks, we're reaching the end. Tomorrow we'll be back. What are we going to do tomorrow? We did trace route. That was very interesting. When setting up a route connection, it's important to specify the destination host and IP address. In this example, the destination host is 134.209. And maximum number of hops allowed is 30. This ensures connection is established efficiently and reliably. By providing this information, the system can route traffic to the correct destination and limit the number of intermediate stops the data needs to make. Okay. We're going to do netstat. Ooh. Netstat is used to display network connections and associated ports. Okay, I like netstat. Netstat for the win. Netstat is going to rock. Folks, thank you so much for following. Sorry about the camera earlier. Hope you were still cool with this one. It's very HD, no? Look. Super HD activated. Cool. Folks, that was it for today. Hope you see me small enough. And yep. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao. At 6.